Hey guys, so today I'm trying something a bit different. I am going to try and do the strip down challenge, which was by Jonah Green. And I've seen a couple of people do it. I've seen Vince and Sear do it. I've seen Matt Palka do it. I haven't actually watched Jonah Green's original video, but the essential idea is the fact that I basically get to talk to you for 10 minutes straight without any edits and without stopping. Now, the thing I absolutely love about watching these is the fact that it's so real. Like the fact that I could sit in front of you and you'd literally be talking to me like that. It's just pretty amazing. And also the fact that now you're going to hear all the times that I'll repeat words because I'm going to be thinking about every single time I double words, and that's going to happen a lot. Okay, right, moving onwards. So today I went to Charlene's blab, as she does every weekday morning at 8 a.m. EST. There you go, a.m. EST. I'll leave a link in the doobly-doo for that. But it was really interesting because today we were talking about self-confidence, and obviously that's a big thing for everyone, really, because obviously for any of us to get anywhere, we have to believe that we can do it. And it was we were talking about the power of the subconscious mind, and the fact that I was talking about the fact that I've only just started trying to talk to myself in the mirror, and that's really interesting because you're just talking. I think the most powerful thing is the fact that you're talking to yourself, but it's just the fact that you're also seeing yourself look so confident. And Dave, who was also there in the blab, was talking about how he went on a course, and they were told that for 21 days you wake up in the morning and you say, I feel good, I look good, and today's going to be a great day. And you give yourself a big smile just in the mirror, and after 21 days that can transform yourself. It can really help you get up in the morning because you've embedded that into your subconscious mind that today is going to be a good day. And I really feel that it's something that I've definitely tried to do, and I found it works amazingly, just because it really forces you to try and look for the good things in your situation, because no one really wants to sit there and think, I'm having a bad day. Like, no one wants to be stuck in a bad day. And I think the thing to remember is the fact that, a bad day isn't a bad month, isn't a bad week, isn't a bad life. You can really choose how you see it. And that's really amazing, I think. Because I think another thing that we were talking about was why teenagers sometimes have this problem of being really negative. And it was really interesting because Dave again was talking about how kids seem to think a lot about what other people think. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I felt this so much, but I can definitely see it when you think about if I was going for something, if I had a goal that was so much more obscure and something that I don't know if it's just because I believe that I can do it, but I think it's without that belief, it's very easy to get into the trap of thinking that just because my dream is so big, it's going to be really hard to get to. Like, of course it's going to be hard, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. Like, believing that you have that within yourself is so big. Now, I'm going to quickly... I've only been talking... Okay, I've been talking for 4 minutes, so I have another 6 minutes to go. Okay. But it was... Oh my gosh, it zoomed in on my face. Oh, okay, we're back again. But that was really interesting because everyone has different motivations, and the thing that I thought about when thinking about youth is the fact that I especially feel like when you're in school, you don't, unless you're definitely good at something and you enjoy it, and you know for a very long time that that's what you want to do. It's very hard to actually step out of that and think, it's very hard to, if you're in a position where you don't know what you want to do, it's very hard to, okay, you get to see me trying to think, it's very hard to try and motivate yourself to actually think about where you want to go, because it's almost mindless. You're just sort of going through the motions. And I think that is one thing that's quite dangerous about school sometimes. Like, it can really lull you into a sense of security, and because you know what's coming in front of you. You know almost exactly when things are going to happen, because you don't set those out for yourself. And I think that is one reason why I'm looking forward to next year, because a lot of things are going to change. And another thing that we were talking about was self-confidence, but also looking at comparing yourself to other people, and also listening to what other people think and caring, because it's really interesting thinking about how comparing yourself can be really good if you're actually comparing yourself to someone who you want to be like, someone that inspires you, someone who will push you to become even better. And that could be a friend, it could be someone who's in a very similar position to you, or someone who's already where you want to be, and actually looking at the practices that they do in order to become better. Because it's very easy to believe that it's very easy to believe that you've already got everything that it takes to get where you want to go. But I think the really big thing to realise is everyone starts off with a building block, and everyone builds on top of that. Now that of course means that when you get critiqued, it doesn't mean that you've just broken away that base. You have that base already. You just need to build on top of it. Now I think that's the thing that a lot of us struggle with. Like, if you believe that you're talented, then having someone critique you can be quite hard, because that's something that you feel is innate within you, that you don't necessarily have to think about too much. But when someone else thinks about it for you, then it's hard to think about, almost, because you haven't actually created a perspective for yourself. You haven't thought about what you haven't necessarily critiqued it yourself, so you're not sure whether they're right or not. And I think that's where the problem can sometimes come in. So I think I'm going to go back to Sears' stripped down video, and he was talking about why he started making videos and the fact that he was fascinated with recording. And I think it's I love recording in the way that I do love the fact that you can manipulate it so much, because even looking at arty videos and very sort of people, any sort of art really, where you can really manipulate it, because it takes something that looks very normal and sort of emphasizes it and makes you look at it a different way. And I think that's something I really like about video, because sometimes you can do that to yourself, and although that can be quite unhealthy sometimes, it can be really good in the way that it helps you to see yourself in a better light sometimes, and really gain that confidence. So my time is almost up, but it's not quite up. So I would like to ask you, what do you do? What do you do with negative thoughts sometimes? What do you do to keep your self-confidence up? And also, have you ever tried talking to a camera for 10 minutes straight? That is a question. If you would like to have a go talking to a camera for 10 minutes straight, and you're comfortable with that, and you're comfortable with everyone's, or not necessarily, you don't have to upload it, maybe just try and have a go and just see what you come out with. Because the cool thing about these streams of thought is the fact that you can sort of see how I jump from one thing to another. Like, I don't always develop ideas very much. I just sort of spring from one thing to another. So I just follow the thoughts a lot of the time. And sometimes that isn't good, because it means that I don't necessarily explain things very well, because I'm just like, oh my god, that's cool, and that links to that, so I'm just going to jump straight to that because I want you to know that as well, because that's what's on my mind. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you actually understand where I'm going, because I just jump and jump and jump and jump. So let me know let me know in the comments, did this make sense? Does this happen to you in real life? Like, do you think these are accurate representations of how you talk in real life? Or do you actually need someone on the other side? So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a wonderful time doing what you're doing, and goodbye!